Coming back to you, Nikhil, so as Ananya mentioned that there are major security lapses, and now the question that arises is that how did the person carry the pistol inside the court premises, as we've already seen a similar incident had taken place in 2021, and despite that there are no security measures that are in place.
Well, this is the big laxity which is now seen at the side of the Delhi police, because earlier as well when the incident has been reported, earlier as well when the directions were given from the top head, from the helm of the Delhi police, that is the then CP, that the security arrangements have to be put in place at all the courts in the national capital. Despite all those guidelines, all those directions, we are seeing that huge security lapse has now been reported at the Delhi Saket Court. So the responsibility needs to be fixed for all those people who were there for the frisking point as well, because that is the point where the majority checks take place as to who all are coming, whether the person is coming as a lawyer or say impersonating them as a lawyer, and the reaction.
So we have the visuals from the Delhi Saket Court on your screens right now, in which you can see a lady who was shot at by assailants at the Delhi Saket Court, and she can be seen screaming in the visuals. The lady in red was the one who was shot at by assailants at Delhi Saket Court. So this shocking incident coming to the fore from the national capital. There's report of firing at the Saket Court, in which a lady was shot at. The visuals are on your screens right now. The lady in red was the one who was shot at, and the bullet was fired in the chamber block of the court premises, and police is currently on the spot. As per report, the shooter was dressed in as a lawyer. The person who shot at this lady dressed in red was dressed as a lawyer. But the question that arises now is, how was he able to carry the pistol inside the court premises, and he was able to shoot at this lady? A lot of questions that need to be answered by the police and the security officials. But you can see the visuals that are coming on your screens right now. Coming back to you, Nikhil, so we have these visuals in which we can see a lady in red that can be seen, who can be seen screaming. Is she the one who was shot at, and do we have any more details?
She is the one. Yes, exactly. She is the one which the visuals are now being played out on the screen of the CNN News 18. This is the lady who is said to be related to the person who is the assailant. It is said to be that the matrimony issue was going on between these two persons, but as I said earlier as well, that this needs a thorough confirmation on the side of the Delhi police as well. But you can see in the visuals as well that the lady victim, she has been shot at the stomach side, as the belly side, and it seems to be severely injured, and this is the reason why she has been immediately rushed towards the nearby hospital from the Saket Court. So now the onus is on the Delhi police to explain the facts, to give out the details as to how the incident took place, how the weapon was carried inside the court premises, because earlier as well the security lapses have been reported inside the court in the national capital. So given the security measures in place, given the arrangements which is usually directed by the Delhi police, how come an assailant carried this sort of weapon inside the Saket Court premises? So this raises a lot of questions over the security arrangements which were made by the Delhi police. But this is the incident which has come to light. Many of the details are yet to be awaited, but the details prima facie says that this was the matrimony dispute between the victim and the assailant. The assailant was, he was not on a regular duty. The prima facie details also suggest that the lawyer, the assailant was in the dress of lawyer, so he might be a working lawyer, but he wasn't at the duty at the time of the incident when it took place. So this is now something which needs to be investigated, but this is the visuals which are being played out on the screen of the CNN News 18, where the victim lady, she was wearing the black color dress. She has been shifted to a nearby hospital. There is chaos all around. If we talk about the scenario at the courtroom, the lawyer's chamber is the place where the incident took place, where many of the round of bullets, they were fired upon on this particular lady, and we are assuming that the more investigation is likely to pace up soon. But if we talk about the situation, all the lawyers inside the court premises, they have have gathered in huge number. There is chaos all around. There is panic all around. So we are assuming that the Delhi police officials, they must have reached on that particular spot after the incident was reported. And in fact, the South Delhi DCP, because it is the jurisdiction of South Delhi DCP. So Chandan Chaudhary is the one who has to give out all the details. So we are assuming that the high-level meeting must have been taking place. And if we go by the details, Anjali, to give you a more perspective, this is the time between 9 to 11 when a crucial meeting between all the DCPs of the Delhi Police and that of the Joint CP and Commissioner of Police. This is the time when the meeting takes place. So it is also a matter of concern for the CP of Delhi as well as to how this incident could take place in the national capital Delhi, given all the security arrangements. So now we need to know more as to how the weapon was it was carried inside the court premises despite all the security check, because there is a frisking point as well, Anjali, which is usually put in place to check all those people who are coming inside the court premises, the IDs. The police officials who are deployed at the gate points, they have also been directed that they have to cross-check and verify the IDs as well, because a person who is not a lawyer could impersonate another person as well. So this is the reason why all the directions were already in place. But despite all of those advisory, this is the incident which has now reported inside the Saket Court premises. So we are en route to that particular court, but we have been given to understand that the Delhi Police, a team of the Delhi Police, they have already reached at the spot. Further details are yet to be awaited. The victim has already been taken to the nearby police station. The senior police officials are also going on the spot. There is chaos all around. All the lawyers are there in the panic, because that is the place where you usually expect the justice. But the incident, if it takes place in that particular court premises, raises a lot of questions over the law and security arrangements in the national capital Delhi. Back to you, Anjali.
All right, Nikhil and Ananya, thank you for giving us all those details. We'll keep tracking this story for more updates.